Welcome back, everybody. If you guys saw the last video, you'll know that we got like a 1960s tugboat or pleasure boat, whatever the heck it is, for free. We pulled it off the floor of somebody's garage. We dropped it off at my buddy Mark's shop. He let us use one of his trailers, but we had to get a new trailer for it. So we got this bad boy right here. 200 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. We got a somewhat matching trailer. Now, is this the best trailer I could have found? Probably not. I'm a little nervous because it kind of seems like it needs new bearings and hubs, but it's always an adventure. So we're gonna head to Mark's shop, grab the boat, put it on a crane, lift it off the current trailer onto this sketchy thing. Should be interesting. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we are here at the shop. We borrowed this Trailmaster aluminum trailer from my buddy Mark here. We have to get the boat off of this trailer onto the new one that we bought. So this should be interesting. We're gonna find out what Mark wants us to do, and we're gonna get after it. Mark is running and grabbing the John Deere right now. We got these giant aluminum yachts over here. We gotta pull this one out, pull out the Mustang so we can get the equipment to actually pick up the boat. So check this out.
This thing moved.
This thing. Those of you guys who are watching, this was Mark's first car ever, right?
Yep.
You bought this when you were 16. It's on its second motor. This is easily one of the coolest V6 Mustangs you guys will ever hear and see. Listen to this baby. It still sounds as good as I remember.
Dang right.
I love me a V8, but I'll tell you what, if that sound makes you upset, then you should probably go somewhere else. You can't be upset, doesn't it? It just makes you smile. Oh yeah. You have the world's best sounding V6, dude. It's insane. It blows my mind that you got it to sound that deep.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad at all. Dude, I love that car. All right, so this is going to be how we move it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Big old forklift. So the objective here is to put the strap around the cleat and then put the strap over top of the forklift, pick up the rear end, get a strap underneath it, pick up the front end, get a strap underneath it, and hopefully we can get the boat up in the air, pull the trailer out, get the new one in, drop it down. Let's see, leave a comment. Is it gonna break right now? That side's up. Yeah, I can get a strap under that. Perfect. Wait. And we should be able to just kind of pull it right under. Get underneath all that.
I might not even, let me see how far I can get over. We might not even have to do a whole separate lift on this one.
I'll tell you what, that front hook is definitely on the sketchy side.
Oh, I'm not lifting it by that.
I don't even trust these cleats either. Look at this. Look at, you see this? Don't you love how when you just touch it, it just cracks? So just try to tuck the bunk. Pull yours tight. It'll be easier if you pull it tight real quick.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not that far.
It went under.
Where I thought it was. We could probably get away with.
No, I mean, it's already under.
Is it?
Yeah. Just gotta make sure it don't slip. That's why I said like this. Definitely do shorter than this. So it kind of almost goes like that.
So you want to do this one a little bit lower?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just so it kind of counters the weight of the motor. All right, you ready?
Might swing a little.
All right. I'd say you're probably good.
Yeah?
It's up.
Sweet.
Easy peasy. Now let's move quick. She's floating, boys. She's floating. Oh yeah. Just boys being dudes. What do you think, Mark? You think it's gonna fit?
I think it's gonna fit.
All right. Moment of truth. I'll hop off. I just really hope the bunks touch the bottom of the boat. I'm kinda, I don't know. Let's say right about there.
Does that look better?
Yeah. The keel is gonna hit the trailer in the front if it sits on the back right.
Yeah.
Which it might require us to pull it up a little bit, but you know what? Let's see. Oh, we're good. We are good. Yeah, we're good, bro. We have plenty of clearance. Can the trailer hold the boat? That I don't know, but it's like it was meant to be, Mark. Oh yeah, Mark. Oh yeah, buddy. Dude, we got good eyes.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Left me.
Not too shabby.
And there you have it, folks.
There.
We have the new boat on the trailer. It was meant to be, I think. We got the new boat rigged up, and now we sail off into the sunset and hope she makes it home, because this trailer low-key doesn't have the best hubs and bearings, so we just gotta hope we make it there. So you guys will find out, because in a second I'm either gonna be on the side of the highway here with a camera or in my driveway. So cross our fingers, this thing makes it. Good news! The boat made it back. We're jumping right into it. The one thing that I am the most curious about, this 1960s Evinrude. Does this thing run? Will it power this boat right here, or will it become an ornament in the man cave? It looks beautiful, it looks sound, but the two things that I know right now are it doesn't have keys, and no one knows the last time it's been ran. So that's it. You just pull one tab and the whole thing comes off. Maybe so, maybe not. Yeah, I think so. What in the world? All right. First impressions, definitely not as clean as the cowling, but on the bright side, it seems pretty simple. These old motors, I'm assuming this is just another one of those simple carbureted two-stroke motors from back in the day. This carburetor setup is wild though. I've never seen one like this. And I can assure you, if this thing needs parts, that's probably gonna be a shot in the dark. We have a wire over here that is not connected to anything. Not sure if that's on purpose or what. It also looks like we're missing one here. Maybe it doesn't need it, not really sure. I guess what we gotta do is hop up in the cockpit, pull the ignition out and see what we're working with. Who knows, this thing might be so old I might be able to start it with a screwdriver. And if not, I actually have a couple ignitions in my toolbox from the last Evinrude that we had, and maybe that'll work. So, wow, I actually might be able to start this thing with a screwdriver. I'm gonna go through some keys and see if I can get something that'll turn it over. I highly, highly doubt it, but I'm also gonna look around in here to see if maybe there's a key somewhere. It's possible, I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Just for poops and giggles, we're gonna try the keys from the old Johnson ignition. I knew it was too good to be true. At least I think these are the right keys. See, this one had a primer in it, so you push in and turn. Unless that's missing the face, maybe it's just stuck, but. No freaking way. No freaking way. Do you hear that? The starter's turning. No freaking way. No way. No way the key freaking worked. That never happens. That never works. That never works. I'm so lucky. This is insane. This is why you keep random crap in your toolbox, folks. I'm gonna grab a new starter battery, hook that up. We got a tank with some 50-to-1 hooked up to it. I looked it up. Everything from 1961 and before recommended to be on a 24-to-1, but everything 62 and above is 50-to-1. From the looks of it, I think this motor is like a 65 or 68, so I think we're in the clear there. We're gonna run it on the 50-to-1. I doubt this thing's gonna fire right up, but we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so we got everything hooked up to a fresh interstate battery. See if we get any kind of a stronger start. Yeah, this thing barely cranks. That's not good. Maybe it just needs a second. If you guys can tell, I'm not touching the key and it's cranking. Don't know if that's how that's supposed to work. Sadly, the battery hadn't made a difference for us. Whoever ran this wire here, there's like just a basic super thin wire running directly to the starter. Maybe that's part of the problem why it's not getting enough power there. Maybe it just needs a minute to wake the heck up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw some starter fluid in there, and just for poops and gigs, we're gonna crank this thing over for a little bit. I don't really know where the muffs go on this thing. There's not really like a intake. There's kind of something that looks like one on this side, so I'll put the muffs and the hose on that. Okay, so I'm running muffs to it. There's no like definite location where I think the water pump would be. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. There's like one area that looks like that's where it would be, so that's where I put the muffs. I don't even know where the pee hole would be on this thing. So I mean, if in the event that it even starts, put a little bit of starter fluid in the carburetors. I'm sure people will cry about that too, but let's wake this thing up, huh? If this starts, I'll be mind boggled. A random key, starter fluid, this thing barely cranking. It's in neutral. Wait, what? No freaking way. No freaking way. No way! No way! I don't want to run it though because I'm worried that I'm not going to cool it down. No way! This is kind of awesome. You guys are going to call me such a noob, but I have the muffs going there and it looks like there's water cycling through the lower unit at the bottom coming out here. So like, I don't know. I don't really know where else to get a fitting on this thing. I don't know what this nonsense is though. See that? All this white crap. If that's lower unit oil, that's just milky. That is not good. Not sure where that's coming from, but there's a heck of a lot of it. And it is milky. Okay, this thing's about to start overflowing, but the majority of the lower unit or every intake that's down there is completely submerged. I'm sure that'll change a little bit once I fire it up, but it started. Not as easy. Unbelievable. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm not gonna. That's it in drive. We're gonna turn that off. I don't want to do more damage. I got to get a proper setup to run this thing. But if you guys can see here, that's not good. So as you guys can tell, there is quite a bit of oil and gunk in the bucket. It's obviously coming out of the lower unit. Part of me wants to say that this thing probably just needs a new seal and it's probably just spitting out lower gear unit oil, maybe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me clean this up a little bit. I don't want like oil everywhere, so I'm gonna try and properly get this cleaned up and then I'll show you guys kind of where it's coming from. Okay, so root of the problem. We got this milky oil coming out from here. Is this just lower unit oil that needs to be replaced? Considering I'm assuming your lower unit oil is right here and then probably drains out here. So that's kind of what it looks like, but also like why would it be leaking out like that? Is it like a gasket in the lower or like why is it coming out the exhaust? I don't know what. I thought this is the exhaust, but that might be the flush. Is this the exhaust or is this the intake? But I don't know if you guys could see here, but like the hole underneath is just, it looks like milky, watery oil. Could be detrimental, could mean something really bad. Either way, I just gotta wait and find out. I'd love to hear from you guys. It seems like from the last video, a lot of you guys are familiar with this old stuff. And they even dropped a couple names from other YouTube channels. They told me to hit them up, ask. I'm not trying to invest a ton into this boat, guys. Like, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up as best I can, but we're gonna try and keep it on a budget. This is not something that to me is like gonna be able to break the bank. I mean, this thing runs, and I'm more than happy to get this thing out on the water once in a while for a Sunday cruise, make some videos doing stuff on it. At the bare minimum, I wanna make sure this motor is safe to go on the water. I don't wanna be that guy who's just filling the waterway up with nasty oils and stuff like that. Right now, I don't think that's gonna get put in the water, so I think what we need to do is take whatever measures needed to make sure this thing ain't spewing oils and gases out, so at least we can safely navigate waterways without being just like a polluted mess. Don't wanna be that guy. So, all right, you guys got your answer right there. I mean, that is as simple and crazy as it gets. Maybe the person who had this boat prior actually was in the process of restoring it and just unfortunately never finished and got into a sticky situation. I don't know. But it sure as heck runs, and almost first key turn for that matter, which is pretty mind-boggling. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm gonna get all cleaned up because I'm greasy, and we'll see what's in store for the next one. I'll see you guys later.